Welcome to Ultimate Autographs. If you were looking for the internet's most exciting and interactive live break room, then you have come to the right place. We are opening live break mystery boxes featuring the biggest names from across the sports world every single day. If you're new to breaking with us, we can help break it down and make it as easy to understand as possible. First, head over to the live break page and look for a series that suits your interests. Most of our series will have 8 spots, which represent the 8 NFL divisions, but other sports breaks or mixers may vary. If you purchase one spot, that means you have a 1 in 8 chance to win that item at an extremely discounted rate. Next, click Add to Cart to purchase your live break spot. Once you've completed your checkout, tune into the next available live breaks broadcast on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube at noon, 3, or 6 p.m. Central Time any day of the week. As you watch, you will see your name appear on the screen when your specific break begins. Your name will go into the randomizer and will be randomized a specific amount of times based on that evening's dice roll number. Once randomization is over, the list of names of people that bought into that live break will be matched up with a specific division. If the item that is pulled from the mystery box matches your division, congratulations, you just won an incredible piece of signed memorabilia. Want to guarantee yourself an item as opposed to testing your luck? Some of the series that you see on the live break page can be purchased under the mystery box tab of our website. Those boxes could either be shipped directly to your door or open live on the air before being sent to you. While you are there, make sure to sign up for our Signature Points Club. This exclusive club earns you points toward specific discounts, signed items, or exclusive events each and every time you buy at ultimateautographs.com. The moment you have been waiting for has come. Let's break some signed memorabilia.
Arriba! And we aren't Ricky and Steven, but welcome in to the UA Break Room. Happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody. Good morning, everybody. How we doing this morning? How we doing, Mike, not Steven?
Pretty good. Not too bad. It's a Monday, but it is Cinco de Mayo, as you were alluding to there.
It sure is.
Ready to get the party started.
Exactly right. Let's go ahead and get the party started today here in the UA Break Room. Good morning, everybody. There we go. Now that's our names. That's who we are. That's our identification. I lost my ID. Says SpongeBob. You know,
yeah. I just know the one with Patrick where they're like, is this you? And he's like,
this is your wallet.
Yeah.
It is. No,
So this must
that
be your
picture is
ID.
of you.
Nope.
Sure is. So this must be your wallet. Nope. Well, there we are, folks. We got a pre-fill actually this morning. Haven't had a pre-fill on the 9 a.m. hour, at least on my end, for quite some time. But so glad we're ready to roll there. Gonna get the party started exactly like that. Gonna get the party started with some threads, some jerseys. But in order to do that, let's set up our dice roll. Let's set up our chase wheel spin on the day. Maybe it'll speak it into existence. Maybe the chase could be the jerseys today. Maybe that could be the case. Ooh. But let's go ahead and see. Let's pop on into the randomizer. Need a dice roll of 6 or higher. And there we go, right off the rip. 11 is going to be our dice roll. So gonna have some time doing the actual spin itself, but that's okay. Dice roll is gonna be 11. 11, and then let's see what our chase wheel spin is going to be on the day. Round and round we go. Like I said, might be the jerseys, could be. Ooh, okay. So we're gonna go ahead and land on the vault. So vault's looking okay. Vault has 9 boxes, 3 headliners, and 2 vault keys still available. But obviously, being the vault, once we are done with the vault, once one closes, another one opens. So we'll be continuing our way there. So we're gonna go ahead and make the chase wheel spin exactly that, the vault.
Floyd the Barber. Morning. How's it going, Gary?
Good morning, everybody. Like I mentioned, the vault still has Puka Nacua, Lawrence Taylor, and Phil Simms in it, along with a $300 and a $100 gift card. So look at that. If you walk away, potentially upwards of $400 in UA cash can go your way if you go ahead and lock in and land on the $300 gift card. And then if you get your name called during that chase wheel spin, upwards of $100 right there as well. So not too shabby, not too shabby. So let me call upon the following people. I need Eric Burns, Rob Pike, Eric Linnell. Let me go ahead and drop it in the chat because we got our cover 2 jersey number 3. Please drop me a box number, because we are getting started right away with exactly that, a pre-fill of a cover 2 jersey. Jerseys are looking good. Brand new jerseys just dropped last night. We are looking at 27 boxes currently with 10 headliners. Emmitt Smith, Jamar Chase, Jim Kelly, Baker Mayfield, Warren Moon, Randall Cunningham, and Dick Butkus, along with Drew Bledsoe, Antonio Cromartie, and Robert Mathis. All available here in the new jerseys. New Jersey, no, the new jerseys here, the cover 2 jerseys. So again, if we don't get a number from any one of these people, Eric, Rob, or Eric Burns, Eric Burns, Rob Pike, or Eric Linnell, if we don't get a number from any one of you guys, we'll go ahead and spin the wheel, make a deal right there. So Eric, and Rob, let me know. Sounds like a failed improv trio.
They keep stealing pens on me, so I had to go and grab pens, yeah. But now we got some. We're good. We're in business.
Alrighty there. Like I said, we're looking all the way, looking pretty good all the way around. Like I said, vault's okay. Once we close one, we'll reopen another. New, fresh set of headliners, fresh set of vault keys. They still have those black and blue speed flexes available. 8 headliners, 11 boxes. So we're still looking to find those 3 extra bonus bangers, along with Brock Bowers, Julian Edelman, Antonio Gates, Steve Smith Sr., Terrell Davis, Kurt Warner, Marcus Allen, and Tony Dorsett.
Oh, they gave me some more pens.
Trick play, practice squad still looking good as well. 10 boxes, 5 headliners in those 10 boxes, so 50% chance at a headliner with Ray Lewis, Terrell Davis, Mike Evans, all available on Authentics. Bo Jackson on a licensed jersey, split with his home and away colors on the Oakland Raiders jersey. And then Jim Kelly still available as well. Mini section quickly, Phil Simms, Darrell Revis, Josh Jacobs, Sterling Sharp, and Jamar Chase. With those minis, we're looking like 14 boxes with 6 headliners still available in that section. Diamonds, we have 5 boxes left for chasing after Josh Allen with the Speed Flex action. A salute to Service Buffalo Bills. If you're not looking forward to that, I still can, and you still want some Josh Allen Speed Flex, if you don't need that Bills logo on there, I can find you over in the college section, the NIL section. Josh Allen on a Wyoming lid. CeeDee Lamb on the OU, the Oklahoma University. A.J. Brown on Ole Miss. Jonathan Taylor on a split Colts and Wisconsin Badgers Speed Flex. And Steve Smith Sr. on the Utah Utes. Of course, Brian Thomas Jr., LSU, LaShawn McCoy, Pittsburgh, Hines Ward, Georgia, Warren Moon, Washington, and then Tim Brown on the Notre Dame lid. Camus 1-4 has a lot of names, but I'm going to go ahead and quickly hit the wheel for this jersey. So jerseys are out of 30, am I not mistaken?
Yes.
Yes. All right, cool. So we'll hit our 30 wheel. 27 boxes, so pretty fresh. So not going to go ahead and knock it out of there. So quickly get you over there. Randomizer. All righty. Once the wheel is up and spinning, all numbers coming afterward are X Comunicano. We're going to go ahead and see if 26 is available. I'm sure it is. Again, with this being a fresh set of jerseys, a fresh set of threads popping off. My eyes always deceive me. Oh, funny enough, it is between 25 and 27 because 26 has been taken already. So let's go ahead. Is there a deciding wheel? Let me make the deciding wheel really quick.
Wheel. There should be one towards the end, no?
No, it's okay. But there was this 1 in 20 that I made the other day. So
oh, okay.
25 and 27. Let's go ahead and pick between 25 and 27. Spinning around and around. 27. 27 is what we're rolling with. Those might be out. So I don't. Oh, it should be these guys. No.
These are minis.
Oh yeah, those are the minis. Okay. Well, there we go again. So we're gonna roll with 27. Let me go ahead and copy and paste some names into the randomizer. Going to go around 11 times. 7, 8, 9, 10. Final time. There we go. Alrighty. Now that we're all randomized, ready to go, that means Rob Pike, you are in the NFC North. Eric Linnell, you are in the NFC South. Rob Pike, back to you in the NFC East. NFC West belongs to Eric Burns, as well as the AFC North. Eric Linnell, you have the AFC South. Eric Burns, the AFC East. And Eric Linnell, back to you again, the AFC West. So good luck, everybody. 27. 27. There we go. I'll trade you as soon as you get back. 27 again. That was what we landed on, guys. 27. 27, unfortunately. Or it takes 2 seconds. Just quick little oops. It's a good morning. We got to get the crusties out of our eyes. Up all night, sleep all day. There we go. I'll trade you back there. Bang. 27 on the nose. Ready to roll. Like I said, good luck to everybody in our first jersey break on the day. Hopefully many more to come. Good morning, everybody. Plopping in across the board. Got 13 people across the YouTube, the Facebook, and the Twitch. Okay. Let me just make sure. Well, I believe with the colors and the style that it is, this can be Ben Coates. If I'm not mistaken, it probably looks like it should be on a New England threads. It's not confirming for me over here. Like I said, the colors telling me Patriots. This is a little usual Patriots go-to. But I'll confirm really quick. I just want to make sure. I actually am not aware of where Ben Coates. Good morning, Jacom. Whoop whoop. How we doing? Cheers, guys. Nice hit right there. Regardless, let me look it up really quick just to compare. I'm pretty sure this looks like one of those retro New England Patriots jerseys. I see. I'm pretty sure this is our guy Ben Coates here on the New England Patriots. Yep, there we go, right away. Yeah, New England Patriots. Just wanted to confirm. Sometimes those they've thrown me off before. See, I got the glasses for a reason, guys. Just wanted to make sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Only 1 year in Baltimore compared to his other, 9 years on the Patriots. So again, big hit, nice hit right there. That's the AFC East. It's going to Eric Burns right there. Congrats, going home with Ben Coates. Ben Coates on the jersey right there. Well, man, let me take a quick peek at some highlights. Maybe he had 5 straight years of an all pro or a Pro Bowl All-Star. Solid year. There we go. 9 touchdowns and 96. What was his best receiving yards? What's up, Derek? Good morning. I got DJ Moore jersey to close that last jersey series out last night. Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. DJ Moore. That's a dog right there. Arr. Yeah, see, like I said, that 96 season might be his best. Where's the receiving yards here on the reference page? Okay, 1 year over 1,000 yards. Not too bad, not too shabby. There you go. Ben Coates finishes with 5,555 receiving yards in his career. Right, that's a nice little interesting stat. So a little 5.5 there, guys. Derek says, "Good luck, everyone." Exactly right. But there you go, Ben Coates. Going home to Eric Burns right there. Congrats right there. Good stuff. And a way to get the morning going. Ben Coates on the jersey. Go and write you up there. And just in case. I don't want it to. There we go. I don't want to crease it or nothing. Little JSA cert right there as well, my friend. That's all you. That's all you, Eric. Throw it back in the bag for safety. And then you get to folding. So there we go. Ben Coates, a Patriot, getting us started here in the morning. But what else are we looking to go ahead and get to, guys? Like I said, the Volt is currently our chase on the day, or we're looking to try and get Puka Nacua out of there on the rep. Lawrence Taylor or Phil Simms also still available. So potential double up opportunity there if we want to go ahead and crack into that double. Or as I always say, point in the direction that is where we will go. You guys are the deciders of where this ship goes. We are just the sailors. Yarg. There we go, Ben Coates. Going home to Eric Burns. Good stuff there, my friend. There we have it. Starting off Cinco de Mayo. Hot, hot, hot. Anyway, you celebrating tonight? Anything going right? I mean, unfortunately, our Cinco de Mayo doesn't fall on a Taco Tuesday this year, just short by a day, but that's all right. Maybe go out, grab some guac.
Will it next year?
Ah.
No, yeah, because leap year was last year. I think that should fall on a Tuesday next year, yeah?
Yeah? I'll check. What are we in, 2025? Let's see. Yep. There we go. Cinco de Mayo will be on a Tuesday next year, folks. So a Taco Tuesday. Oh yeah, they're gonna make sure that they properly commercialize it. And why wouldn't you? That's what you gotta do. Gotta make that moolah. Gotta make that money. Pretty sure old El Paso's not gonna be like, yeah, you know what? There's nothing to market here. Or who else? The Chihuahua cheese or something. Yeah, we got nothing. We got nothing to think about this time right this year. But I don't know. I mean, I'm sure obviously there are a bunch of traditions that happen. I just don't know what they would be particularly. I don't want to throw anything out there and sound ignorant. So let us know if you do celebrate anything on Cinco de Mayo. Let us sound it off. Other than like I said, other than a tequila shot or something like that. That might be fun. I'll do that with the gal later tonight. Always got to have limes in the house. Always got to have limes. Dating a Latina, you got to have the limes in the house. Which I am, so. Got to have the lime. We're always ready. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, let's go ahead and hit a recap top to bottom. Exactly right, Floyd. I think that's about right. Let me find the break page over here and all these tabs that we got open. So let's go ahead and do that. Right now, open just about everywhere. I see some 8s and some 6s. Obviously, 1 and 4 is at 4 currently. 7s. So everything's wide open. So you guys going to have to help me help you. I'm going to go ahead and actually start from the bottom and then go to the top. So there we have it. We are in our minis currently. This is our mini section. Our coin toss minis has Phil Simms, Darrelle Revis, Josh Jacobs, Sterling Sharp, and Jamar Chase. The obvious double up right here, Sterling Sharp and Josh Jacobs. But minis has 14 boxes with 5 headliners still available in this coin toss mini. So go ahead and jump on in there if we're looking for, like I said, we're looking for Darrell Revis, Phil Simms, Josh Jacobs, Sterling Sharp, and Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase also available in the brand new Cover 2 jerseys. I'll be getting to that in just a moment. Oh, actually, you know what? I'll just jump the gun. Might as well get to it. Jerseys just had one. Just had it 26 now. So 10 headliners on 26 boxes. Emmitt Smith, Jamar Chase, Jim Kelly, Baker Mayfield, Warren Moon, Randall Cunningham, and Dick Butkus. And then Drew Bledsoe, Antonio Cromartie, and Robert Mathis, all as our secondary headliners. That's what we're looking for here in the brand new jerseys. That orange new Jamar Chase, like I mentioned, he is also still available in the mini helmets. So that'd be a pretty solid day if you walk on with the Jamar Chase mini and a Jamar Chase jersey to go along with a couple other big names. I see Baker Mayfield sprinkled throughout. So good to grab his threads as well. Looks like the only name that must have went, I think it must have been Aaron Donald, because I see this picture, but I don't see him up on our board. So he must have been there, but now he is unfortunately gone. So you got to get in there and as quick as possible. And Jason Taylor gone as well too. So already right away had some big headliners go from that jersey. Keep jumping in there, keep diving on in. It is our cheapest break in the break room. So if you're looking for a little teaser, a little taster, maybe something to get the PC started, the personal collection started, this would probably be the ways to go. Otherwise, you can also jump into our more fashionable, our diamond section. Diamonds are authentics or better. So mostly Speed Flex is what we're chasing after, and still one Speed Flex left to go, one headliner here. It's the Josh Allen on the Salute to Service helmet right here. Right there on with the Bills lid proudly shown. All right there. Big old Bills logo right there. So we're still looking for Josh Allen in the diamond section as well as Josh Allen in the college section. So let me jump quickly to the NIL. So we're looking for Josh. Like I said, if you're like, oh man, I'm a Patriots fan, or I'm a Dolphins fan, I'm a Jets fan. I just can't stand to look at that Bills logo. Well, we got Josh Allen over here on the Wyoming lid. And you're just like, oh God, I can respect Josh Allen. I love the game, but I just can't stand that Bills logo. Like I said, over here on the Wyoming lid, here in the NIL deal, along with 6 other potential NIL offers, meaning we have 6 available NIL balls still in the bingo ball little collector. Let me pull this up right here. If it doesn't want to be stuck to the wall. There we go. I'm counting 5. There you go. This is a little guy. So exactly that. Once you pull an NIL offer, I roll this little guy around. Whatever ball lands in there, it'll correlate with a little UA gift card, and that'll be more UA cash back into your pocket. So go ahead, hop into that NIL offer. For not only Josh Allen, not only the NIL offers, but CeeDee Lamb still available, A.J. Brown, Jonathan Taylor on that gorgeous ripped Speed Flex right here, the Badgers and the Colts right here on this Speed Flex. Gorgeous, by the way, like I mentioned. Steve Smith Sr. on the Utah Utes, but unpictured, still solid headliners as well. Brian Thomas Jr., LaShawn McCoy, Hines Ward, Warren Moon, and Tim Brown. Oh, this is the Jonathan Taylor, the gorgeous, ripped Jonathan Taylor, Badgers and Colts. Probably not going to see those two hanging out in the animal kingdom, a Badger and a Colt, but you can find it right here in the UA break room as they're ripped off of Jonathan Taylor's head. Boom, sorry, that's Jonathan Davis, but Jonathan Taylor here. Jonathan Taylor here for little Colts Badgers action. Let me go ahead back down because we had the jerseys, but I went over our trick play practice squad series. Still looking for, we're still looking for Ray Lewis, Terrell Davis, Mike Evans, all on authentics, along with Bo Jackson on this ripped home and away licensed jersey, split basically down the middle, back and forth it goes. And then Jim Kelly's our secondary, not pictured headliner here in the practice squad. Pump fake in our vault. We're still looking for a $300 vault key and a $100 vault key, but our headliners are Puka Nacua on this Rams Rave replica, along with Lawrence Taylor on the camo authentic, and then Phil Simms also available as well as our secondary not pictured headliner. Look at that. Puka Nacua looking to have another solid season after this one. He's going to be the man now. No Cooper Kupp available, so he is the clear-cut number one. Let's see what he does as Stafford's number one guy, number one target yet again. Talked about the Diamonds already. Talked about the practice squad. Talked about the NIL deals. Let's go ahead and hit the 1-4. Our 1-4 is still stockpiled. 27 boxes with 17 headliners. We're looking at a Kevin Garnett, Larry O'Brien trophy, Sterling Sharp, and his brother Sterling Sharp and Shannon Sharp. The Sharp brothers signed on a Hall of Fame Speed Flex. Hall of Fame Speed Flex right up there. Right next to it is the Steve Smith Sr. Speed Flex on that one. Custom, a gorgeous one, might I add. Fantastic. Those are the two Speed Flexes there in the Camus 1-4, along with an Erlen Holland soccer ball, a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar basketball. We got Roman Reigns on the Funko Pop. Acknowledge your tribal chief as always. Avengie Malkin on the Pittsburgh Penguins helmet. Got a couple jerseys in there. John Stockton, Dwayne Wade, and Connor Bedard all on licensed jerseys. And then Reggie Jackson on a regular old jersey. And then our secondary headliners include Aiden Hutchinson, Jose Ramirez, Chris Webber, Steven Stamkos, Don Mattingly, and Mark Messier. I brought up your joke earlier. It was at the 3 o'clock hour about the Jose Ramirez. I asked Ricky, I go, hey, you know what Mike suggested? Maybe what we can see out of that Jose Ramirez? And exactly right, what you said, the boxing glove maybe.
Yeah.
Down goes Anderson. God, like I said, as much as I hated that then, I don't mind it now because, you know, Tim Anderson has kind of showed his full colors and he's no longer a White Sox anymore, so no problem there. And then finally, I think we'll hit the Speed Flex series, our black and blue Speed Flex series. Still looking fantastic there. 8 headliners on 11 boxes. So a little mystery as to what those extra 3 Speed Flexes are, but still available. Brock Bowers, Julian Edelman, Antonio Gates, Steve Smith Sr.'s 4 fantastic pass catchers. Going to keep it real and keep it on the ground with Terrell Davis. And then Kurt Warner, that awesome, nice little chrome action on the Rams, on the horns part of it. That's still available. So nice action from the quarterback, the running back, and some pass catchers right there. That'd be a pretty solid offense. Kurt Warner, Terrell Davis running the ball, throwing it to Antonio Gates, Brock Bowers, or Julian Edelman and Steve Smith Sr. That's not too bad. And then Marcus Allen and Tony Dorsett are also listed as headliners, but not pictured here in here. Oh, I wish I could show off that Kurt Warner a little bit closer, but man, oh man, that thing is gorgeous, as well as the Steve Smith Sr. Majority, nice little majority of these have. Man, that Fred Taylor visor was awesome. Pulled that yesterday. I had that sitting here a good chunk of the rest of the day because it looks so nice right there. But the red visor to go along with the red overall feeling with the Julian Edelman. Blue visor, almost like a cotton candy blue, it feels like. I'm sure that's not the correct shade of it, but it gives me that feeling. And then same thing, that almost same sort of shade of blue on the Kurt Warner with the silver visor to go and complement the rest of the silver that's going along with it on the Rams lid. These Speed Flexes, like I say, they're black and blue, so there's a little blemish, a little boil on them possibly, but, you know, you're getting them for a fraction of what you would get other Speed Flexes for. And like I said, only sometimes is it really like a huge deal, but otherwise maybe it's a scuff here or a bubbled up sticker here. Like I said, just maybe didn't put enough pressure on the actual auto itself, so it just doesn't live up to our standard. But otherwise, most of these, if you didn't tell me there was something wrong with them, I wouldn't look at them any sort of way. So go ahead, and guys and gals, I'm gonna go ahead and refresh, see if we're going in any which way. Still 6 to go in the Speed Flex double. We'll go ahead and drop that in the chat right now. It's the black and blue. So here's some links to a couple of breaks, guys. That's, like I said, the double box is 6 away for the speed flexes. Double box NIL is also 6 away. NIL double box 6 away as well. 1 and 4s are wide open. Single box is also 7 away on the NIL deal. Got a couple more entries into that jersey. Let me drop the jerseys in there.
Yeah, I think everybody really happy to see the normal jerseys come back. We did have a really hot series in here with those can't miss jerseys because they were even bigger headliners, but I think a lot of people are liking the status quo, going back to just our usual jerseys.
It's our bread and butter. That's what we're getting back into, folks. Like I said, those were very solid jerseys. Is exactly right. Like I said, this is always a nice little introductory here into the break room with stuff with our price point right there. Get in here, get a jersey, sets up the personal collection nice, and then you go, almost like you give a mouse a cookie. You're like, okay, I got a jersey. Why not get a mini? Oh, I got a mini. This case takes up some space, but hey, I want a full-size authentic. Oh, now I got a full-size authentic. Think I need the Speed Flex. I got the Speed Flex. Now I got to get a mannequin so I can put it all together. So there we are, folks. We're ready to roll. It's coming up on 9:30 here, about 30 minutes into the show. Already got our first break earlier on the day. It was that Ben Coates jersey. But let's go ahead and keep breaking some more. Vault is the Chase wheel spin on the day. Like I mentioned, with the Vault having 9 boxes, 3 headliners, but still two Vault keys available. So we're looking at about 5 boxes with some goodie bags in there, 4 little bonus bangers along the side. Once one of those vaults close, or the diamond, or the practice squad, which is all 10 or less boxes and all those breaks. Once we close out those, fresh batch of practice squad, fresh batch of vault, and a fresh diamonds would all follow as soon as one of those close out. With those, like I said, along with that, the minis and the jerseys being our mainstay, always refreshing those, always getting those back and ready to roll into some sort of form. So let's get it going, guys and gals. We got 16 people in here across the board. YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. Michael Convey's asking if you can check and see if he's any breaks really quick.
Yeah, let me check.
Awesome, thank you.
Looks like, Michael, you are in the college single.
Okay.
That is the college number 5 break, but the single. And I think that's it.
He might be if he's in the single, that means he is the lone man in there.
Yeah, that's true. If you think you were in something else, let me know. I can go back and double check if you give me some order numbers, but that's what I got you down for.
I'm gonna go ahead and drop the NIL college single link so someone can join Michael Convey. Oh, it's telling me something went wrong. But then
I see it on my side.
Okay, I was seeing that same thing on the screen. I see that it popped up too, so I'm guessing that it went through. There you go. I see it on your screen too. So if you guys can see that link with the NIL single, I dropped it in there. Like I said, go join Michael Convey. Can break open an NIL spot maybe. Like I said, we're still looking for Josh Allen on the Speed Flex as well as Jonathan Taylor on that ripped Colts and Badgers Speed Flex. CeeDee Lamb, A.J. Brown, and Steve Smith Sr. all still available. Great wide receiver names right there, as well as Brian Thomas Jr. and Hines Ward. We got some solid pass catchers up there in the college section as well. LaShawn McCoy, Warren Moon, and Tim Brown all available as well in the college section. Yeah, been there for a little while. Anytime I see Josh Allen available, it's still available in the diamond section as well. Very, very surprised to see that it's just there. So eat it up, guys. Go ahead. Attack, attack, attack. What? MVPs ain't good enough for you? If anyone wants the Utes helmet, I'll buy/trade for it if it's still there. Yeah, the Steve Smith Sr. Utah Utes is still available in the college section. That Steve Smith Sr. is still available on that authentic Utah Utes. I'll have a jersey break while I wait on the college. So hopefully Michael's getting in there on that college or on that jersey break.
There you go.
Let's go ahead and get in there for another. That'd be jersey break number 4 if we can get in there and get that done. Just a fresh batch of jerseys, like I just mentioned. Jerseys are looking like Emmitt Smith, Jamar Chase, Jim Kelly, Baker Mayfield, Warren Moon, Randall Cunningham, and Dick Butkus. All available, as well as Drew Bledsoe, Antonio Cromartie, and Robert Mathis. Those are our cover 2 new jerseys that just dropped yesterday. I believe only Aaron Donald and Jason Taylor might be the only headliners that were taken up and eaten up last night. But otherwise, still looking good in the jerseys. 10 headliners on 26 boxes.
You got anything planned for the week?
For the weekend total, no, not. I say that, I'm sure something else will pop up.
Oh, you got dogs
Yeah,
coming up,
I
right?
got a couple dogs games.
Is that
Those
Thursday?
Yes. It was. I think we actually have another. Do we have another little spring training game? I have to double check my schedule, but opening day for dogs this Thursday. It might be everyone, or for first X amount of people get a dog's jersey. They're giving those away.
Yeah.
So those are always fun with a nice little giveaway. I mean, I've been to a couple other, minor league ballparks and stuff like that. Not only do I think that Impact Field is probably, I compare Impact Field to actually a couple of like major league ballparks, and it's very, very clean. Obviously, it's much smaller than a major league ballpark, but it, like I said, in terms of maintaining it, the people, the entertainment value, it could hold its own, definitely. So
That's
Impact Field is a nice little spot for some baseball. Whether you're doing like a Sunday morning stuff with the family, or just like I said, if you want to come by and just enjoy a game, it's not too bad. Pretty cheap tickets. There's always some sort of like in between half inning entertainment. So it's nothing. It's just, it does not if you were off your phone, if you had to do that bet where like I gotta go to a game, if you like lost your fantasy league, like I gotta go to a game and not have my phone on me the whole time.
Oh yeah,
you can get that one done here at a Dogs game. But I know our got a couple other people that gonna be involved in the Kane County Cougars this year.
Colin, right here in the UA break
Exactly
room.
Exactly right.
Plus people that we know and we've talked to through WRMN. Boomers as well.
Boomers.
I'll vouch for that stadium most because that's right up the block from me. So maybe a little bit of what's the word? Not
proximity bias.
Yeah, proximity bias. Yeah. But no, I loved going to Dogs games too. But I'll probably not get to go to as many this year. But I'll be in that area for AU softball as well.
Says, hey Mike, I'm going to buy another single in the college so you can move me over to the double, okay?
Yeah, that's fine. We can do that.
That works. That works, Michael. From one Mike asking another Mike to help him out, we can sure do that.
And Michael, when I move you to the double, I will use your first order number. So the 245352.
That sounds about right.
Because I know they'll have 2 different order numbers, just so that you can track it on your end as well.
So that works. And then just in case, you just have to correct the amount that's in the...
Yeah.
That always gets me sometimes. But yeah, between that, I know Thunderbolts also pretty solid over here in the Chicagoland. A lot of
Did
minor.
you go see it yet?
I haven't.
know we were
been
talking
to.
about
I've been to
movies
a
yesterday.
game before. I have not been to one this year.
Oh, I thought you meant. I'm thinking about the Marvel movie that just came out.
Oh, Thunder. Oh,
No, yes, the Thunderbolts that play over in
Yes.
Crestwood. I should know. I was just there a couple weeks ago for their stuff. But yeah, I've been to that stadium. Not my favorite, I will say. But you know which one I do hear good things
was
about?
that Ozinga?
Ozinga Field. Yeah.
It's tough. It's all right.
Yeah. But I
They got
know
the
what
little park on the side. That's pretty good. If I had a young kiddo, I'd bring him there for the game.
You know which one I do hear good things about, and I have not been, is I forget the name of the actual field, but I think they call it the Steel Yard, and it's down in Joliet. There's a couple different places that are like probably called the Steel Yard, but
Sure.
all right. So that's
Yeah, I'm
going
sure.
down
I'm
to
sure
5.
Pittsburgh has that.
Yeah.
Got it by a grip.
And then the singles. The single is back to wide open, guys, in the
we go.
college. Michael Convey taking up a spot in the double box, so that is now down to 5 to go.
Okay.
Convey's order number 245352 is the one that I'm using it. Yeah, I got you. We are good.
Makes it nice and easier on our end, like you said, cutting it down from 6 to 5, getting that a little bit closer on the double box because we still got NIL spots to give out there. 2 nice, solid speed flexes along with some great authentics in that college section. So hop in there, guys. If I didn't already, I think I did drop the college double box in the chat, but I'll do that again anyways. No problem with that. There we go. The NIL college double box. Dropping that again in the chat. If anyone wants to hop in there. So, yeah, honestly, like I just said, reading off all those names, I forget you didn't realize how much minor league baseball is actually also in the Chicagoland area, along with 2 professional teams. So, constantly baseball. I can only imagine that same breath over at the high school level or any sort of like traveling league. I'm sure that would be probably interesting.
Right, yeah.
That always sounds. I mean, hearing other horror stories like that, I kind of dread becoming the football parent, the baseball parent eventually. Like I'm like, ugh, I don't want to become that dad. I don't want to become that parent. That's like just, I don't know, just bugging about practices and stuff like that. The classic, say something to the coach and be like, "Yo, you know what? Well, I'm the coach and you're the parent. You over there." It's like, oh, geez. Who can I talk to about my son's playing time? Maybe if your kid wasn't picking dandelions,
Yeah.
maybe you
Wiping the
get
goose
some playing
poop off
time.
his shoes, you know?
Yeah. But there we have it, folks. Where we want to go. 24 people across the board. We're on the YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Go ahead and like, share, subscribe, send us around, tell your friends. Also follow us over on Twitter, or excuse me, I'm pretty sure it was over on Twitter, but either regardless, or X. I think there's probably an X account, but Instagram for sure, and the Tickety Tockety over on that TikTok. Actually, got a couple of little viral videos going on over there on both of those. So go like those up. Like I said, follow on both of them, follow on everything. Hit that little bell so when you know when we go live here at 9 a.m., 12 p.m., 3 p.m., and 6 p.m., and then occasionally a little UA After Dark action. Robbie and Ricky hopping on a little past midnight. Spooky. Getting in there for some late night breaks. They were breaking to the wee hours of the morning. So I was trying to do math. I think I jokingly said we're probably on for like 18 hours a day, and I don't think that's wrong for when we end up doing a UA After Dark. So
Yeah.
I can only imagine we're probably maybe an hour break in between each show, stuff like that. So it's like 3 or 4 right there. But again, like it doesn't have to be. It could always be breaking.
And that's at most.
Yeah.
You know, like there are times where it's less than an hour between shows. Maybe it's like 15 minutes, not even.
Yeah, exactly right. So we're on as long as you guys are ready to roll. Ready to roll. Let's get it moving, guys. Like I said, I really would like that college double box to get broken into because I'm still on the same page. Hopefully you are too with that Jonathan Taylor being the must see here.
I am also, I mean, I know you got a chance to see it yesterday, but I haven't seen this new Black and Blue Speed Flex series. So honestly, I'm game for anything that comes out of there.
The Kurt Warner and the Steve Smith Seniors has also been catching a lot of eyeballs, and rightfully so. That chrome on both of those sticks out, and you're like, huh? That's pretty shiny. I like shiny. I also am a sucker for blue, so anything with that going on, not too shabby. See Steve Smith Sr. proudly presented it. I see him on 2 different speed flexes, or excuse me. No, my apologies. Yeah. No, 2 different speed flexes. Black and blue section, the 1 and 4, and an authentic Utah Utes for Steve Smith Sr.
We have Drew Bledsoe in the cover 2 jerseys. I hate to laugh because like he's a distinguished quarterback and all, but like, you know, ever since that roast of Tom Brady, it's like all I could think of is like, you know, all the Drew Bledsoe memes and stuff like that. You know, after he lost his job to Tom Brady, but
he did pretty well for that. Actually, he did. I think the writers did him well, and he presented it really well.
He was hilarious too. Yeah, it's on his end of things. He was telling some good jokes.
Yeah, I mean, of that roast of the non-comedians, I think he did the best. But compared to like, I think Kim Kardashian was up there, and there's a couple other, like I said, I think Rob Gronkowski did his thing too. So not too bad. Not too bad for old Drew Bledsoe. And that kind of, like, I think that that was the big joke too. He's like, why am I here? To get free publicity at my winery or something like that. I guess he's got a wine all to himself. So again, that would fall into that one joking little, I mean, again, I'd say joking, but we never know what we can find here in the UA break room. Get one of those things where it's like, you know, a signed Troy Polamalu Head and Shoulders. Why not get a signed Drew Bledsoe bottle of wine? Frank Thomas also just dropped an alcohol. He was signing that not so long ago. So why not? Why not get these guys all their autos on their own gear? I'm still hunting to see like if I can get a signed copy of NFL or Madden 04 of Michael Vick on the little actual game cover. That'd be fantastic. That would be one of my pie in the sky dream autos. Any sort of like wrestler, I'd probably throw on a belt. The only belt I have that's like a replica belt is the winged eagle belt. I had bought that during COVID because it was really cheap, and they also like gave us a bunch of money, so that was also nice to them. So,
winged eagle, who won that one?
That was like the Bret Hart one, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker. It's the one they were kind of teasing bringing back not too long ago. But we'll see if they end up doing that.
Gotcha.
It's this one.
Oh, I know what you're saying. Yeah. I've seen that one.
Currently a replica that's going
more
for
like the traditional ones, right? Because like now I feel like they've got like craziness going on.
This is
some crazy logos or whatever.
Yeah, this is from like their WWF days. Their late 80s, early 90s. So that's like the only belt I have, and I'm not like a belt collector necessarily in that sense. Yeah. It's way too much room. They're heavy. The buttons can fall apart on them depending on how cheap you go. The leather, got to kind of maintain that as well. So don't feel like doing that.
Yeah, right.
It sounds like I said, when it becomes a hassle and not a collection, I don't see that. I don't like that. If it becomes a chore, it's not as fun. But where are we headed, folks? Already had a jersey on the day. See if we can get into some more jerseys. Just about halfway to go in that college NIL. So let's go ahead and attack that. Let's attack everything. Get everything going this morning. 5 to go in that double box black and blue. I think I might already dropped it. Did I drop it in there already? Yeah, the double box black and blue. I dropped that in there a little while ago. College black and blue, or college black and blue. College NIL, still 5 to go there. 1 and 4 is wide open. I see 3 to go in this jersey right here. That's looking good. Drop the jerseys again in the chat so you guys can get a little bit quicker on that. Jerseys right there. Go ahead and hit that jersey link, everybody. 3 to go and get a new jersey going. Who we looking for in those jerseys? I see Jamar Chase. That'd probably be the current big name right now. If you're a Bears guy, Dick Butkus. Are we going to get a mooning? A little Warren Moon action. I also wouldn't be opposed to a little Baker Mayfield as well. He's, I believe he was snubbed a couple years ago now for that comeback player. Just because I guess you don't need to be injured and not just like do poorly, but I don't know. That's kind of stupid. Like come back, like you came back from doing poorly. I feel like that's the same. I feel like it's the same breath. I don't know. Whatever.
And you're gonna put that in the same boat as DeMar Hamlin, who came back from near death. Like,
I don't think it was that year though.
No, I'm just saying, like, that's the same award in general.
Yeah, no, and it's a whole nother area in that regard. Let's keep pushing, folks. Let's get that jersey going. Let's get another jersey break. Like I said, those would be our top 3. Jerseys currently 3 away. College NIL double box 5 away, and the black and blue double box is also 5 away. So those are our top 3. Those are what we're inching ever so closely on. Let's keep pushing. Reach over that goal line and let's get going. So let's go ahead. What are we chasing for out of all 3 of those? How about this?
Yeah, like those 3 that I was talking about in the college double. That's Chandler Dunning and Michael Convey. And then we have 5 to go also in the black and blue double. Josh Underwood, Karen Regan, and Michael Convey. And then, as you were saying, as you were alluding to the jerseys, that's the reverse. That's 5 spots are taken, so just 3 to go in that next jersey break. So we can get another jersey break real quick here, guys. If you buy in, just grab a couple of spots. Those last 3 spots are going to go quick. And we know how they go like dominoes. Once one goes, the rest go.
Exactly right. All those numbers, like I said, just still looking the same. So come on, guys. Hop on in. If need be. How can we do this? How do we want to attack this? Should we switch up not switch it up, but add onto it the chase? How do we want to entice?
Well, we already did a jersey break, so I don't know if we can add jerseys.
That was yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it would be maybe the next. Should I say currently whatever? If we do a vault, plus next.
Oh, next 5 boxes.
Next 5.
Yeah, next 5 boxes in general. Yeah, that's fine.
I think that'll be a nice little add-on. So the
That is
chase, we're gonna add on to it.
And if the vault is one of those next 5
yeah.
boxes, I can add them in there twice.
Exactly right. Vault
Or however
plus
many times.
next 5 boxes. How about that? There we are. How do I make you smaller? There we go. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. There we go. That should be fine. That should be enough. Cool. Lock you in place. All right, guys. Chase now is the vault plus the next 5 boxes that we do. Currently 0 out of 5. Like I said, with it being 3 away with the jersey, 5 away with the 2 double boxes, that would fill that up.
Yeah.
That mathematically would fill those next 5 boxes up. So let's go ahead, crack open those last, like I said, there's 5 more spaces, 5 more slots in the black and blue double box. There's 5 more spots left to go in the college NIL double box, and 3 more spots left to go in the jersey break. So again, that would be our 5 boxes right there if we want to go ahead and fill that up for a Chase wheel spin, along with anything and everything we do in the vault as well. And like you just mentioned, if we do a vault in these next 5 boxes, name in there twice. I'm fine with that.
I can double it up. Or if it's a double box in the vault, then I'll quadruple it up.
That's exactly right.
And so on and so forth.
And then they'll tell 2 friends, and then those 2 friends will tell 2 friends. That's like 10 people right there. So we'll go ahead, guys and gals, attack the break page. I think I threw it in the chat multiple times already. The college double, the black and blue double, and the jersey single currently up right now. All in the chat, all up in here in the live break page. Again, 18 people in here on a nice Cinco de Mayo. Arriba! Welcome in. Good morning. Tell us how you celebrate. If you're going to do anything crazy today, anything fun. Always celebrate responsibly in anything you do, obviously. Probably go down to the local little mom and pa shop. It's close by the house. Grab some tacos and some tortilla soup, call it a day. Do you have a favorite dish in that? I know you're Italian, so you got the pasta. I know it's the mainstay, but
I mean,
anything enchilada, chimichanga.
I see what you're saying. I usually just go with a burrito at some of the places I go to.
Okay.
Or I'll go with like the 3 steak taco dinner.
Okay. Okay.
If they have like a chorizo instead.
Ooh, yeah.
Or
chorizo and egg.
Let's see. What's the other one that I'm thinking of? That's the meat, but it's al pastor.
Okay.
Al
Yeah.
pastor's
Yeah.
good. I'm trying to think. What else is there? I don't know.
My girlfriend
Go ahead for me.
she's addicted to pozole. That's her vice. That's her go-to. Her ma, every time we go to her ma's for, usually it's been Thanksgiving and then going over there for Christmas time too. The pozole, she just go crazy. Just type of soup.
Right.
Yeah, like I said, if my go-to order usually when I'm at like a sit-down little restaurant, maybe like their enchilada plate. I usually go with that.
Enchilada's not bad.
Yeah, enchilada plate. Can't go with the rice. I'm not a bean fan. Don't like the beans.
You don't like
but-
the refried beans?
Nah. Even if I'll eat the chip that they sometimes put in it. but that's about it.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes depending on the restaurant, they put a chip in there for decoration purposes. But we got like over in the Rosemont area when sometimes done with a game, I'll pick up some stuff from Maria's. They got Maria's over there in Rosemont, and they also have another location closer to Chicago, like Grand and Harlem, I believe. Could be wrong. Where are we going, folks? Like I said, adding those next 5 boxes to the Chase wheel spin. Like I mentioned, the 5 to go in the college NIL deal, as well as 5 to go in the black and blue double box. And then 3 to go still. Is it still 3 to go in the single? I just refreshed. 1 to go in that jersey single. So 1 to go. Who wants that closer magic for the jersey? $28 spot, like we always mention. That's a solid starter pack to your personal collection if you're going to go and get started here, collecting memorabilia, collecting autographs in any sort of way. Good way to get you started here in the jersey section. One more spot to go. Who's going to have that closer magic? Which, again, we have enough data to support closer magic, enough to support box collar magic, but just not enough yet for opening magic. So we'll see if that's going to be, like I said, our pillars of magic here in the UA break room. Closing magic, box collar magic, first time caller magic. And like I said, it may be possibly opening starter magic. That could be the other one.
Could be.
Could be. Who knows? Why not us? Why not you? It only takes 1 as well. That's also our go-to.
Yeah.
Only takes 1 spot here to go home with something fantastic. And as I'm
speaking of 1 spot, I think that one last spot just got taken in the
Correctamundo. As I refresh, I see that bright red sold-out sign right next to the jerseys, which I love to see. So that means that a cover 2 jersey number 4, yes it is, jersey number 4 is available. Drop me 1 number, please.
What did I say? I said as soon as 1 goes, the rest are going to go like dominoes.
Exactly.
And instead, it was the other way around. It was 2 that went, leaving only 1 spot still available. We got some closer, could be some sniper magic, and it's box collar magic for Patty as well, it looks like.
So Patty, box collar magic, calling for number 5. You get 5 off the board, as well as 27. Alrighty.
That should be ready to go for you.
Fantastic. Patty calling for box 5. Let's see what we're going to do for our jerseys randomization wise. 11 times around here, folks. 11 times around. One more time. Bang. There we go. Thank you.
Yep.
Alrighty. In the NFC North, that's Gary Marvin. Michael Convey in the NFC South. Gary Marvin again in the NFC East. Rob Pike in the NFC West. Karen Reagan in the AFC North. Rob Pike in the AFC South. Karen Reagan back again in the AFC East. And then Patty Spencer, our box caller, our closer magic, is in the AFC West. Good luck, everybody. Box number 5 here on the day. Number 1 extra here now in the chase. So let's fill up those 5 boxes so we can complete that, as well as getting maybe a potential vault. Like I said, do some quick math. Get those 2 double boxes that are currently sitting at 5. Get that filled up. And we'll go ahead and have a chase wheel spin on the day, along with anything that we get done in the vault section. So good luck, everybody. Good luck, folks, as I look in and see. Oh, nice. Here we are, like we always say, Can't go wrong. You can always find one of these types of fans here. It's going to be on the Dallas Cowboys. It's going to be Jay Novacek.
Oh.
Jay Novacek right here
Very nice.
on the solid Dallas Cowboys threads. Let me open that bad boy up so we can see. Already saw the Beckett sticker right there on the numbers, but let's open her on up. Number 84. Wow. I like that alternate. I think they do color on the road. I don't know. They do color at home. Roads whites, I believe.
Yeah. Very nice, though.
Jay Novacek. That's going to be an NFC East hit. That's going to go ahead and go to Gary Marvin on that one. Good hit right there. Way to be. So with that being said, that's going to be
Barber.
25 jerseys now with 10 headliners still.
Yeah.
So still looking good headliner to box ratio on that one. Like I mentioned, all the way here down in the lower part of the 4 is our Beckett sticker certification right there. So if you go ahead and scan that QR code, it'll certify and let you know where, when, and who signed this bad boy. Obviously, our guy Jay Novacek signing that bad boy. Congratulations, Gary. Let me go ahead and get you folded up nice and neat. Let you write you up as well. I always say that, and I feel like I'm writing you up and like to go to the principal's office.
Yeah, I've thought about that too. Usually, write up, it means something bad,
Exactly
right?
So there's always a negative connotation, but not here. Not in the break room. Like I said, a lot of things you would usually hear negatively, you hear it's the complete opposite here in the break room. Like, let me write you up. That's good. That means you won something.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice mini. That means you got yourself a nice little mini helmet. This is much different. Much different here in the break room. What else? What else could be misinterpreted here than anywhere else? I don't know. That's one. It'll be best suited for some homework later on tonight.
Yeah. Very nice hit.
Solid.
Guys, that is back open for you on the break page. Jump on back into the jerseys or wherever else we want to go. You tell us. That's
Exactly
how
right.
it works here. You tell us by buying in. You tell us by messaging the chat, the chat saying, listen, guys, I bought into this break. Jump on in here with me. I'm lonely. Get closer to breaking something here in the room.
I always think about the scene from Shrek when Donkey, I'm all alone. No place to call my own.
I don't think it's just the chat today. It looks like Shopify is being a little goofy because it did update and it is live, but it just told me that it wasn't.
Gotcha.
But then I go in and I click on it and it's live, so it's fine.
That'll happen. That's okay. There was that one time where I was adding spots to a break, and then it's telling me, you didn't add the spots. You didn't add the spots. And then I check it again. There were like 24 available spots. I'm like,
Wait a minute.
no, hold on a second. Luckily, no one bought into that break just yet. So, well, even then, it wouldn't have mattered necessarily. But luckily, 24 different people didn't buy into that one break. That would have been a particular time.
That would have been one of the biggest breaks
Yeah.
in the history of breaks.
Well, you have the Northeast Division and the Southwest Division and the South and the what other cardinal directions we run out of in-betweeners.
Everybody gets one team.
Yeah. You have the Northeast and you have the South Metropolitan West.
That leaves you with just half of the one team. If it's an offensive player from this team.
Yeah, there we go. If he was an offensive player and he had to average 20 points a game and
His number had to be within this and this.
yeah.
Narrow it down to the there's so many breaks or there's so many break spots that it has to be every person gets one player.
Oh, that would be good too. You know, exactly right. You know, everyone says AI is going to take over all the jobs. We can just completely system override that. Can overwhelm the AI breakers and be like, oh, I want to break, but I only want exactly that. You like, I only want athletes that are 22 years old and only played on Tuesday, and when the rain was shining, and then the robots would malfunction and they won't be able to break anything. So that's why you still need humans to do the sports breaking.
You could already pull the wool over your girlfriend's eyes these days, though. With you ever see that one video of the guy? He goes, "You know what, sweetheart? I'm gonna skip Tuesday night football. We could go out on a date."
Oh,
night."
that's good.
She's like, "Really? Oh, that's so sweet."
That's
it's
good.
Like there is no Tuesday night football.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
yeah. You saying you can prank AI with, "Oh, I only want the guy that played well on Tuesday when it was sunny out." Along those same lines.
Where are we headed to, folks? Like I said, let's get 4 more boxes so we can complete that section of the chase. That'll guarantee something in the chase wheel spin, as well as if anyone wants to hop into a vault. Still looking good there, like I mentioned. Still looking for 2 vault keys along with Puka Nakua on the Rams Rave replica. Lawrence Taylor on a camo authentic, and Phil Simms is our secondary headliner there. Still $300 and $100 on a vault key, available with 9 boxes on 3 headliners in total. But like I mentioned, 2 vault keys still available in those 9 boxes. Hop in the vault. Last time I checked was about 5 to go on the double box for the NIL and the black and blue, which that would complete the final 4 boxes that we need to go in our next 5 boxes for the chase wheel spin. So we want to go ahead and get that cracking open. That would be fantastic. We quickly go back up to the top. Still 5 to go in that double box black and blue. Still 5 to go in that college series as well. So guys, like I mentioned, quick math, that would completely fill up those 4 out of those next 5 boxes. So if we want to go ahead and do that, that would be the way to do it. Get yourself some UA cash along with whatever helmets end up being back into these boxes. A little bit of pain back into your pocket there, Charles.
Absolutely.
Creeping up now into that 10 o'clock hour. We can keep breaking. As long as we're breaking, we'll stay up on here. But if we need to, can end it off, and then our 12 o'clock crew coming on in and continue all on throughout the day. Like I mentioned, 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock rock is when we're breaking all throughout the day. But it can always bleed into the next show. No problem there. As long as we are breaking, nobody minds at all.
You know what I've been staring at for a while, and
Oh, yeah.
it's going to be on our board for a while because the personal replicas don't sell out as quick as some of these breaks. But
Yeah.
guys, they're on the board. You can go and get them. You could go home with a really nice rep. But the last 5 photoed headliners: Patrick Willis, Ricky Williams, Nico Collins, Jamison Williams, and Kyron Williams. A lot of Williams
Yes.
and a lot of double L's right there. Double L-I.
You can turn those double L's into double W's if you just go ahead and get yourself a dub right there.
Right.
That's how you do it. I think I read yesterday our guy.
And 2 Warrens in there. Warren Moon and Warren Sapp. W's are wild in that rep series right now. Oh, Kurt Warner as well. Warner, Warren Moon, Warren Sapp, Willis, Williams.
Was our
crazy.
guy Chandler yesterday? At one point he said, "I'm 0 for 13," and that could have changed between now and the time that I read that exactly that about 24 hours ago. But that's how you change your luck up. A rep personal, or by buying out an entire series.
Yeah.
I think Steven said this the other day, and I've been using it ever since. You just gotta see the ball go through the hoop sometimes. You gotta see like an easy layup, and that's what these rep personals are. An easy layup, right there. It's a dub, a guaranteed win, right there, right for you. You need to change your fortune. If you feel like you've been on the wrong side of a couple L's, a couple losses right there, get on the right side. Water always finds its balance, and you can do that right away. Get yourself a rep personal. Some solid names in there.
Yes,
Bo
sir.
Jackson, Kurt Warner, JJ Watt, Warren Moon, AJ Green, Antonio Gates, Warren Sapp, Patrick Willis, Ricky Williams, Nico Collins, Jamison Williams, Kyron Williams, Jalen Carter, and Frank Gore, all available in the rep personals currently. So between a rep personal on the helmet section, you can get a rep personal mini. You can get a rep jersey as well. All in the rep personal section. That would be here in the Buy Yourself a Mystery Box tab. And like I mentioned, you can go ahead and see currently the 3 different options that we have up as of right now. I don't think we have any of the whole series altogether, so. It's our mystery box tab. Throwing that down in the chat below. So like I said, if you need that guaranteed dub, you need that win right there, go ahead and purchase yourself a Rep Personal. We can go ahead and open that up right here on the air if you'd like this too. Otherwise, if you want to completely save it for the ultimate mystery, then we can just send it off to you just like that. Completely up to you. To each their own. If I got my Rep Personal, it's a little bit of I want everybody to know what I won / I just couldn't handle the weight, in all honesty. So I'd just be sitting there bouncing off the walls. Let's see here. What are we looking at in the world of sports today? How did
Oh boy!
how that Dallas Stars game treat you last night, or was it not Dallas? Sorry,
Dallas
Winnipeg and
Winnipeg and
Blues.
St. Louis. Winnipeg scored to tie the game at 3 and take it to overtime with just 1.7 seconds left on the clock. I mean that's already exciting in and of itself. But then it goes to double overtime. So the only other game to have had a game-tying goal in the final minute and then go to double overtime at the very least was the 1994. I don't know if Jersey Slime is in the chat right now because I was thinking about him because he usually spews off these types of stats. But the only other time that has happened is the 1994, and it happens to do with his teams, Eastern Conference Final, Devils and Rangers. Stefan Matteau puts in that puck in the second overtime. This game was the third longest Game 7 in NHL history. I should mention. I said Game 7. Only other Game 7 to have had a goal scored in regulation and then go to double overtime. On top of that, 14 Game 7s have gone to to multiple overtimes. 12 of them now have ended in double overtime. And the guy who scored the goal, Adam Lowry, who had somewhat of a lackluster series for, lack of a better term. I mean, look at that spray chart. I mean, when you go to double overtime, there's so many different shots taken from everywhere. It literally looks like you've speckled the ice. But Adam Lowry, a little bit of a lackluster series. He was born in Canada, but raised in St. Louis. He scores the double overtime winner in Game 7 for the Winnipeg Jets against the St. Louis Blues. I mean, that is just absolute cinema right there. You can't write a better script. Not that I'm saying it's scripted. I'm just saying that was incredible. But it was who I needed in that series, but my bracket doesn't matter anyways because I got 7 out of the 8 series right in that first round. In fact, I got the right number of games in 6 of the series. But it's not going to matter because the one series that I got wrong, got the right number of games but got wrong, was Dallas versus Colorado. And so I don't have my Stanley Cup champion.
Oh, is that like a tiebreaker to get the series, the wins correct too as well?
Yeah, you could get a couple extra points if you just in the first round if you pick the right number of games. In the Stanley Cup final, the tiebreaker is number of goals, and I always just go with my birthday 25 because if you figure the series goes 6 games, you're talking just under 5 goals a game, and that's about 3-2 wins are pretty well known, pretty well heard of. But no, on the basketball side of things, I know the Warriors really took it to the Rockets. They were getting heated, weren't they? But it was close still.
Yeah, it was the Buddy Hield game from what everyone was telling me. 33 points from Buddy Hield, and he had 9 3-pointers. He went crazy.
Steph Curry was going off as usual too, I think, right?
Let me check the box score. Actually, I didn't see all too much of this game, in all honesty, but
I did not either.
Yeah, 33 for Buddy Hield. He went 9 for 11 from 3-point land.
Jeez.
22 for Steph Curry, 20 points from Jimmy Butler. So, you know, pretty standard right there. 10 rebounds from Curry, though. That's not out of the ordinary, in all honesty.
Yeah, Tilo was saying something. Our buddy Tilo was talking about this game, and I told him, I said, bro, get the split screen going. You need to be watching this and hockey overtime.
Bench only scored 3 points.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, well, if
Not,
you rely on your
not a
starters,
huge difference on the other end when the Rockets only have 11 off the bench, but they didn't really play anybody.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
So
there you
I
go.
should update our
Yeah.
Our
Yeah, we can
series
update exactly
over
right. We can update our NBA bracket within
I think
there.
I've been the only one updating it because
That's
I've
possible.
periodically gone in there.
That's definitely possible.
So the Rockets are out. Sorry, Matthew
Yeah.
Camarasana. You are no longer in the running.
And I mean, not only there was the game 7, there was a game 1, and the Pacers upset the Cavaliers. So
Oh,
Pacers
yeah,
were up a good chunk of the game, from my understanding. Donovan Mitchell and the Cavs came back, made it close, but Pacers kind of broke away more towards the end again. And the Pacers, like I said, steal one, an important one, game 1. Those are always the pivot games, game 1, game 3, game 5, and game 7. So if you're able to steal one on the road, that's a huge factor.
I will say, though, the Pacers always do this, right? And, like, can they get to the Eastern Conference Finals and then, like, just like last year, they get absolutely swept, trounced by Boston?
Yeah.
But, I mean, honestly, I think this is more of, I mean, I know they'll probably maybe have to face Boston in the next round if they move on, but, like,
that would be
this Cavs series is them, it's the Pacers number 5 seed?
the 4 seed.
4 seed.
Yeah.
4 versus 1. So, like,
4-1, and then
this is probably
2
the-
and 3 between the Knicks and the Celtics, which that ought to be interesting to see tonight. I know the Celtics are heavy favorites by 9.5, but
this will probably be the Pacers' toughest series. If they can get through this, I think, not to say that it's going to be smooth sailing, but like they will have gotten through a tougher opponent.
oh yeah.
So
I mean, the Cavs are just. I would argue the Cavs might be the best. I mean, maybe okay, fine. You could probably say the Thunder, but yeah, the Cavs and just the Cavs and Thunder are just on a different level, different wavelength than everybody else right now.
will it go chalk? Will it be Cavs versus Thunder?
I'm not opposed to it, but I mean, I am. I would love my Timberwolves to be in there.
Yeah, that's true.
Thunder, yeah.
I think in my eyes, the Thunder and the Timberwolves are really the only 2 teams making enough noise for me to consider them like NBA championship caliber. I mean, the Nuggets, of course, are a little removed from their championship run, and they're still there. They did need a game 7.
It's just Jokic for me there.
But yeah, it's just Jokic. Same thing with the Golden State Warriors. It's like it's just Curry, and like you said, they're not getting a whole lot of production from the bench. So if the starters aren't really doing a whole lot, I don't really know. I don't know if that's going to be. I mean, they needed a game 7 to get past the Rockets.
Like I said, you can't really. If you're the Golden State Warriors, I don't know if you're going to bank on another 30-point performance from Buddy Hield.
Yeah.
Everyone's also clamoring like, we want playoff Jimmy. Just I don't know if you're going to be able to even get that
Jimmy's there.
anymore.
Yeah,
And then Draymond Green
Jimmy's definitely on the back
gonna
9.
fight somebody.
Yeah. You
that was
think?
also-
Do you think Jimmy Butler retires in a couple years here?
Probably.
Yeah.
And that was also my thing. I've brought this question up before. It's just Jimmy Butler, like, where does he's probably not going to be able to at this point, but where does he go to get his number retired? Because he's burnt every bridge, it seems like, on his way out.
It won't be Miami.
Well, yeah, probably not Miami.
I don't think it's going to be Chicago.
I don't think it should be Chicago, honestly. Like I said, we had a fun time, but not a long time with Jimmy Butler.
Where else was he? Was he at the Knicks?
He was with the Knicks. Oh no, he was with the Timberwolves for a cup of coffee.
Timberwolves. Yeah.
Jeez. Bulls.
And now Golden State. I mean, Golden
Timberwolves.
State is probably his only option.
The 76ers, that's where he went to for a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, maybe it's Philly. Maybe Philly will give it to him.
Yeah, there we go. Billy Williams confirming 76ers with me.
Duh. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Waiting
after
for
the
Draymond to
76ers, the
chokeslam
Heat.
someone.
Waiting for
Yeah.
I was saying that when when he was made the trade over there, I was like, to be a fly on the wall for that Royal Rumble that's probably going to happen eventually with Draymond Green and Jimmy Butler. Yeah, that was when they signed Tobias Harris instead.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah. Tobias Harris.
What a guy.
He's one of those guys just like, hey, you can't keep getting away with this. How does he keep getting max contracts? You can't keep getting away with this.
Jesse Pinkman, Walter White.
Yeah. The mediocrity running wild. You can't keep getting away with this, Harris. And that was a final thing before we wrap. We kind of maybe pick it back up to the break room, but someone brought it up with Anthony Edwards, and because Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves taking down the Lakers and LeBron James, they're like, hey, maybe exactly right. Is this Anthony Edwards' league now? And then someone put up their hand. They're like, Jason Tatum's not that bad of a suggestion either. Great, good on the court, great role model off the court. You always see him with his kiddo riding around, so that's he's a good dad. So I have to agree with what they said also when I was listening to it. It's just like, sure, that checks every single box. He doesn't check the flashy box of the dunks and the getting in loud and getting in your face. And that's exactly the same problem, I think, also with Jokic, where he legit might be one of the best players you're going to see in the next 2 decades, 3 decades. But he just doesn't get, I guess like the Shohei Ohtani, or I don't know, like the, like I said, all the eyes on him because the NBA does. I'm wrong on that one. I'll always say that, but they don't properly show him off because he just doesn't have the flashy dunks. His highlights are passes, those big like touchdown passes from one end of the court to the other.
It's kind of like how the MLB showcased to make a baseball analogy that you were going to try to make there. It's kind of like how the MLB showcased Trout, where it's like he's not the flashiest. Like, he's made a couple of cool catches in the outfield. Maybe he's hit a couple home run balls, but he's always injured. But still is face of the league. I'm not saying Jason Tatum's always injured. I'm just saying like it's hard to market Trout, even though it should be like your guy. Yeah. Same how it is like hard to market Jason Tatum. Jazz
Chisholm has the charisma that Mike Trout should have.
Right? Yeah.
Like, if we just flip flop that, same thing. If Tim Anderson's charisma was a part of, I don't know, like I guess Juan Soto. Juan Soto's pretty. He speaks well for himself.
Yeah. Honestly, I'll be 100%, and even biases aside, I think the league that markets their players probably the best is probably the NFL, just because there's so much marketing to go around. Yet, but I mean, hey, listen, they shove Taylor Swift at us as much as the MLB shoves Shohei Ohtani. So maybe I would put MLB second as far as marketing players. They just not that it's always good. Sometimes it's annoying marketing, but it is effective and it's making them money, and they have plenty to do it. Like, sometimes it's a stretch when they're telling us, "Oh, hey, look at this single that Shohei Ohtani hit." It's like, really? Do we care? Like, it's a single.
7 more at bats until Ohtani.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I saw that they did that too. But like, I'd say the coming in third, or if you tie the NFL with the MLB as far as marketing goes, 1A and 1B, I'd say right after that these days is the NHL. Because now they're starting to realize, oh, wait, we missed out on really marketing in that whole Sidney Crosby, Alex Ovechkin era. I mean, they did a little bit, but with the way the TV deals were switching over and everything, like it was like they had a couple like really cool Sports Center like Ovechkin commercials or Crosby commercials, but like now it's like, okay, now we're set in the networks that we're set in. We're getting all these superstars in. The game's getting better. It's getting faster. It's getting crazier. So you better put McDavid. You better put Matthews. You better put Connor Bedard. You better put even some of the older guys like still the Crosbys and the Ovechkins out there just to get what you can off of it. I'd say the league that markets the worst right now is probably the NBA. But, I mean, I'm not saying that they're super far off. I just, they want to push the LeBron stuff, but like they know that they can't always do that.
Yeah.
And then they don't have that defined face. Like you said, it should probably be Jason Tatum, but like, okay, they'll push Anthony Edwards, they'll push SGA.
John Morant.
Yeah, yeah. They were trying to push
Zion.
Oh, Zion. Yeah, they were trying to push Zion. They were trying to push Luka, but then like, yes, you can push him more because he's in a Laker jersey. But like,
and then Stephen A. stepped in and said, "Sorry, if you're not from here, you can't be the face of the NBA," which is crazy.
Right?
Talk.
Yeah, and that didn't help them either. But like also the fact that it's like, you can market Doncic over in LA, but like there's that soured water that comes with him, with the fact that like, why in the world would Dallas have traded him?
Yeah.
Jokic doesn't even want to be there. He wants to go back to his farm and just hang out. So like, yes, marketable in a funny aspect, but like if you want like peak athleticism basketball, you're not gonna get it from him. He does it. Don't get me wrong. He puts up the numbers. I'm not taking anything away from him.
Like if you're at the
doing it out there,
like if you're at the school store, at the bookstore, when you go to your Scholastic Book Fair.
Yeah.
Obviously the best part was not only you get you see the books that have connected to the toys, but the posters that would be there are the best. So if I'm looking at just a basic NBA poster, there's probably at least 5 or 6 guys you could throw up there and be like, the face of the NBA. You'd be still LeBron,
it's very divided.
Jason Tatum, Anthony Edwards, Jokic. I would argue Giannis is still up there.
Oh yeah, Giannis.
And then
Giannis with Dame especially, but then like there's always injuries that come with Dame.
And then like you said, if I didn't already say Doncic, I'll throw him in there as well.
Yeah.
So yours SGA. I mean, you're getting still a couple Americans here and there, but it is an international league at this point. And I would say
good.
exactly in that same breath of maybe that has been the goal for the NBA, not to worry about like a face for the U.S. side of the NBA. They want to get a face for the international side of the NBA, and that I would say they've been growing their game the best. In all honesty,
Pau Gasol. There you go.
I missed the poll. Who was on the jersey? That was Jay Novacek.
Yeah.
Jay Novacek in the last jersey. The very first jersey was Ben Coates. Ben Coates earlier, all the way at the very beginning of today's 9 a.m. break this morning. However, like I mentioned, 4 other available boxes to break, and that would be our next 5 boxes. I saw, like I mentioned, still 5 away on the college NIL and still 5 away on the black and blue Speed Flex double boxes. Those would fill up those next 5. That would be 4 out of the 5, and making us 5 out of 5 on those next 5 boxes for the Chase Wheel Spin, along with any vault that we might be doing. Haven't had a vault just yet, so far as we speak, no Chase Wheel Spin. But like I said, that can change. It can very much change at any moment. Someone buying into that 5th jersey break on the day, so 7 to go there, 6 to go on the minis.
Yeah, so that 2nd jersey break is getting added to the Chase Wheel Spin.
But like I said, that's if and only if we get all 5 of those boxes broken.
Right.
So go ahead and get it on in there, guys. Let's break those boxes. Let's get a Chase Wheel Spin going for this morning. Been sitting for a little bit. So again, I can change at any moment, but if we're kind of just sitting on our hands and talking about the league and talking about games for the rest of the day, probably ended around 11 o'clock-ish. Maybe, like I said, if we're really just sitting here, then maybe end it a little bit earlier, make it a nice early day for our 12 o'clock clan. And it'll be nice and ready to go for the rest of the day. So quickly, while we're at it, go through a little bit of a rundown. We'll see what we're chasing in this double box Speed Flex black and blue series that we're looking at. I'm looking at this Kurt Warner. A lot of blue right here. That's my favorite. That's my go-to. The chrome on the Rams, the actual horn side of things. And then you see in the go-to little hexagon, pentagon spot for the signature. On the opposite end, still in the like some cotton candy-esque blue right here on the Steve Smith Sr.
That's nice.
We see Steve Smith Sr. not only on this Speed Flex, but on a custom Speed Flex in the Can't Miss 1 and 4. I'll show that off in a little bit as well. But we got Brock Bauer still available up in this upper left-hand corner, along with Julian Edelman right over here as well. Antonio Gates with the Hall of Fame 2025 inscription on there. I believe still also available is the, like I said, the Kurt Warner and the Terrell Davis. And then not pictured in here, but still available, Marcus Allen and Tony Dorsett. All available here in the black and blue series. The double box is 5 away. That's what we can go ahead and get into there. The double box NIL series that we're looking at. Josh Allen on the Speed Flex over here. Jonathan Taylor on this ripped Badgers Colts Speed Flex, along with A.J. Brown, C.D. Lamb, and Steve Smith Sr. over here as well. At Steve Smith Sr. auto, looking at ginormous on the front of that Utah Utes helmet. Like I mentioned, gorgeous lids. But most importantly, I think that the go-to has to be this Jonathan Taylor ripped one right here. Need to see that come out. Almost American flag-esque with the red, white, and the blue. I'll salute that flag. I'll salute that helmet right there. And then nice and bold and nice and fat with that signature right there with the blue lettering with the Jonathan Taylor to complement the blue that goes with the Colts logo.
Yeah, extremely nice.
Mighty fine pieces indeed. Hopping over quickly to the vault, which is also a part of our Chase wheel spin. If we want to hop into a vault, still 3 headliners there. We're also looking at 2 vault keys, a $300 vault key and a $100 vault key. Opportunity here to walk away with $300 from the vault key. Then you get your name into that Chase wheel spin, land on that wheel spin. We can potentially walk away with $400 total in UA gift cards and UA cash today. That's a possibility right there. We're looking for Puka Nacua on the Rams Rave replica, along with Lawrence Taylor on the Camo Authentic, and then not pictured, but still our secondary headliner is Phil Simms here in the vault. So 3 headliners, 2 vault keys on 9 boxes in the vault section. 1 and 4 is wide open. 27 boxes, 17 headliners. So go ahead and drop it in here if you want to see another Steve Smith Sr. Speed Flex here, but customized, gorgeous custom right here. You see his picture up on the front of it, another ginormous signature by him on the side of it, and then the Panthers logo proudly presented with a little bit of white, a little bit of blue on there, all mixed throughout. So ripped in different areas, like I said, and then, like I said, you see him with the white visor, with the silver visor on the front hand. Otherwise, we also see, Skip on over here in the Can't Myth 1 and 4 section. Skip, Shannon Sharp, and Sterling Shepard, the 2 brothers, the Sharp brothers, on the Hall of Fame Speed Flex right there. You have Erlen Holland on a soccer ball, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on a basketball, Roman Reigns on a Funko Pop, Kevin Garnett on a Larry O'Brien NBA championship trophy. We got some jerseys available here as well. Licensed jerseys for John Stockton, Dwayne Wade, and Connor Bedard. And then Reggie Jackson over here on the regular old jersey as well. So in the secondary headliners, we got Aiden Hutchinson, Jose Ramirez, Chris Webber, Steve Stamkos, Don Mattingly, and Mark Messier over there in the 1 and 4 section. Hop in there. 17 headliners, 27 boxes still available in the Can't Miss 1 and 4. Shopping along. We still see that. We got our practice squad. Practice squad looking good over here. 10 boxes with 5 headliners. A 50% chance at a headliner with Ray Lewis, Terrell Davis, and Mike Evans all available on Authentics, as well as Bo Jackson on this licensed jersey. Split right down the middle between home and away with the gray and the black also there on the jersey right there. Also, secondary headliner not pictured is Jim Kelly. So some nice Authentics right here between Ray Lewis on the new school, the new Ravens logo that they got up here. Terrell Davis with the old school, but the new rendition of the old school logo on this Authentic for the Denver Broncos. And then Mike Evans on the Authentic down here with the creamsicle orange, but the new style, the current day modern logo for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Diamonds We're looking for one headliner and one headliner only. We're looking for Josh Allen on the Salute to Service Speed Flex right there. We cracked that bad boy open. Like I said, there are 5 boxes left with the one headliner. Diamonds being one of our mainstays. Once we get out of those diamonds, once we get our pickaxe and get out of that diamond shaft, we're into the next diamond and looking good there. So brand new set of diamonds once we clear out these 5 and this headliner, which we're looking for. Josh Allen on the Salute to Service Speed Flex. Over here in the Pump Fake Vault. No, I already talked about our vault. Like I said, we're looking for Rams replica Ray for Puka Nacua, Lawrence Taylor, and Phil Simms over there in the vault section. Jerseys looking good. Like I said, got be able to dabble in and get a couple jerseys done here as well. Emmitt Smith available. Jamar Chase, who's also available in the minis. Jim Kelly, also available in the practice squad. Baker Mayfield, Warren Moon, Randall Cunningham, Dick Butkus, all as our headliners here in the new Cover 2 jerseys, which just dropped last night. Drew Bledsoe, Antonio Cromartie, and Robert Mathis are our 3 secondary headliners that are not pictured here down below. So yeah, looks like they went on a little bit of a headliner tear, unless this is the wrong guy. Randall Cunningham, Donald Mixon, and Jason Taylor all snagged away. There we have it. Mini section really quick. Mini. 6 to go in the minis down below. We got Sterling Sharp and Josh Jacobs for our ginormous, our big glaring double up that we can have here in the NFC North. 2 Packers right there. 1 green for the Sterling Shepard, 1 gold right there for the Josh Jacobs. So you almost make like a little ornament out of them, I suppose. I've seen some people make little mini helmet, mini trees, put it out there for the holiday season. Talking about Christmas, and it's May, but never know. Just talking about that yesterday too. Yeah, holidays creep up on you. You never know when there's gonna be a slew of gifts that you need to hop in and get right away. So, Phil Simms, Darrelle Revis, Josh Jacobs, Sterling Sharp, and Jamar Chase are what we're looking for here in our coin toss mini. So we got that going over there. So that is exactly what I do here. We do our Dora the Explorer. We talked about the minis. We talked about the diamonds. Just mentioned those jerseys. That practice squad has been mentioned as well. Has it? Yes, it sure has. We got 5 headliners to go in the practice squad on 10 boxes. So let me quickly run that down as well. 8 headliners in the black and blue, 11 boxes in total. You have 10 headliner jerseys on 25 boxes. 1 headliner in the diamonds with 5 boxes left to go there. We're looking at 3 headliners, 2 vault keys on 9 boxes in the vault. 5 out of 10 in the practice squad. 6 out of 14 in the minis. 10 out of 14 in the college. College is looking good. Didn't already mention that college. Hop in there, get in that college section. Yeah, I talked about that for sure because we looked at that Jonathan Taylor. That's the go-to, guys. Let's see it. Let's see that Jonathan Taylor today, folks. No reason for it not to be. Let's go ahead and see it. Pull it on out of here. Like I mentioned, the deal still stands. I'll refresh and see how close we are to anything, if anything's been going on. Still 5 to go there, and still 5 to go in that NIL and the black and blue speed flexes. So, like I said, we'll chill out. I'm willing to stay on for another 15 if we're looking like we can get something done. But yeah, if we're not moving anything by then, gonna have to call it a day, and we'll get everything set for our 12 p.m. crew. So go ahead, guys, hop on in. The water is just fine. Let us know where and what you want to get into. This is looking good, looking good. So like we mentioned, Game 7s that happened yesterday. Got a couple of Game 1s in the NBA tonight. Knicks and Celtics tipping off at 6 p.m. Central Time. Celtics favored by close to 10 points, 9.5 right now. Same with the Thunder. Thunder favored by 9.5. it'll be that discussion of, oh, are the Nuggets good to go? Just coming off that game 7. They're still in the swing of things, or are they tired? Just coming again in that same breath, just coming off of game 7. Are they tired? Are they beat up? The Thunder have been, and again, back to the Thunder. Are they okay with not playing as many games as they have been? Are they fine with being out of rhythm? Not exactly that. Not having played a game since. I don't even know the last time they played a game. Let's see. That was at the Grizzlies. When was game 4? That's not telling me a date. Unless it's on the bottom somewhere. Yeah, I'm not seeing a date. Whenever game 4 was of the opening round for the Thunder and Grizzlies, which again feels like it was middle of the week sometime last week. It has to say it on the bracket or something. Bracket. When did those guys play last? Nope, still not telling me. Let's see. When was game 4 Grizzlies Thunder?
Last week, Tuesday, maybe?
Says Saturday, April 26th.
Oh, I'm way off. Okay. How spread out was that series, though? Oh, well.
That was a 4-game sweep.
That was early.
So last Saturday. No, not even last Saturday.
The Saturday. Well,
the Saturday
not
before
talking about 2 days ago, Saturday.
Yeah,
the Saturday before that.
So obviously not May 3rd, but yes, the 26th, the Saturday before. So almost a week and a half since the Thunder have played a game. Which again, like I said, it's that toss up of, do they need the rest, or are they going to be out of rhythm? Are the Nuggets going to be tired from just playing a game 7, 2 days ago, or are they going to be ready to roll because they've been, like I said, they've been training and all set right there. So
I could see the Nuggets stealing an early game, not necessarily game 1, but an early game, with the Nuggets still kind of being in that break mode. But then as soon as they get going and realize, hey, we're back in this now, I don't think there's gonna be much stopping them.
Yeah. And then in the NHL Eastern Conference round number 2, game 1 tonight, Panthers and Maple Leafs.
Did you see the thing I reposted?
No.
It was the Leafs fans made a post that said, we have 3 players. The Leafs have 3 players from last year's Stanley Cup winning Panthers on the team: Anthony Stolarz, Steven Lorenz, and Oliver Ekman-Larsson. This series will be different than 2023. And somebody responded, and it's just wait till you hear how many players from last year's Stanley Cup winning Panthers are on the Panthers.
That's good.
I don't think the Leafs have a prayer in this series.
Really?
They're don't get me wrong, put all the history aside, I just don't think they could get the job done. I think even with all the talent that is there, and if you don't look at how many times as a franchise this team has choked, if you just look at this roster, this construction this year, I still don't think it's enough to get through the defending champs. And that's no knock on the Leafs. I'm just saying, the Panthers have been here and done that, and they're a much better team. They've been to 2 straight Stanley Cup finals. The first one en route to that, where they lost to Vegas, they defeated this Maple Leafs team pretty handily, because they're a big, strong, physical team, and I still don't think the Leafs have enough of that to stay in that.
Currently, the Panthers are the favorites on the road to open up this series. Panthers are...
That is the only thing that's going to save the Leafs in this series, is the home ice advantage.
Yeah. Panthers are currently minus 125 as road favorites. Flipping on over, I guess the only other one that we haven't talked about is the MLB.
Oh, yeah.
For those wondering, I mean, if he hasn't passed by already, that Pirates fan or that Cub fan that fell over onto the field, he's awake now, no longer in critical condition, which is fantastic news.
Yeah.
Good to hear that. And I don't care. And exactly, you're not. It's not up to you. You're not the detective. Stop trying to guess what this guy was on or what he was doing. It's simply one of those things of like, you weren't there, so just don't worry about it type thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of people, at least in my circle, were just like freaking out about it, nonstop talking about it, blaming the guy. It's just like, dude, you don't know what happened.
Chill out for a
And,
second.
and my favorite too, I've seen Bigfoot footage that was like better and less grainy than the fan footage we got. And my friend was like, "Look, you can clearly see he's all messed up." He's like, "Dude, the footage you got was behind home plate, 400 feet away."
It's like the phenomenon where
on a potato. Like it wasn't even a new iPhone. Sorry, go ahead.
no, you're right. Astronauts can take like, super high resolution photos in space, and we can have all these like crazy detailed photos of clear photos of other planets and even our own planet and stuff like that. But like bank teller footage is just really grainy, really
The
bad.
CCTV
Yeah.
footage is just absolutely insane that we still have that and we can't get an upgrade there. But yeah, exactly. Like I said, everyone's just like making assumptions and doing armchair quarterback.
Armchair quarterback?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Armchair quarterbacking on that whole situation. I'm like, dude, one, like you weren't there. You have no idea. Like I said, there's telling me things like, oh yeah, I knew what was going on. I was like, but you weren't even in the same state.
So,
you go.
guys, the three things that we are close in are the college double box.
Yep.
Excuse me. That's 5 to go. The black and blue double box is also 5 to go. And then the mini helmets, that is 6 to go. Everything else is pretty much wide open. We're creeping up on the 11 o'clock hour. I know Nick and I, we're going to get into a little bit of baseball talk there. But if we're not jumping into spots, we will jump off. What do you think, Nick? How long should we give them to get to maybe either 4 to go or less?
Yeah, if we get to three or less in any of those that are at 5 or 6, I'm willing to stay on a little bit longer.
Sounds good.
Like I said, we can definitely, hopefully encourage you to get those done because those, like I said, if we fill up those double boxes, that fills up the next 5 boxes in part of the chase wheel spin. So if we can want to get a chase wheel spin done, that would be the goal to get those 2 done. Get the NIL double box and then get that Speed Flex double box, black and blue, all filled up. That would complete the goal. Yeah, MLB really quick. I didn't see it, but the walk-off grand slam for the Marlins last night, heard that was fantastic. Heard that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Guardians Nats today. That's going to be a
White Sox actually won yesterday.
Yeah,
right?
second
we got
time-
helped out by the rain, too.
second time the rain has helped out the White Sox and a game early. Who cares?
But it was
It's a dub.
right after they came back, too,
Yes.
which was perfect timing.
God.
It was, they were down 4-0. They chipped. They got some help from the Astros pitching, walking in a run, and then a base hit when the base hit. They walked a guy, hit one of our players. I forget. I'm not looking at it right now. Walked, hit by pitch. I believe there was a single mixed in there somewhere, but it still only loaded the bases. Then you walk in a run, then a base hit drives in 2 more, so it's just a 1-run ball game. Then the next inning. The next inning was really Luis Robert Jr. I mean, Andrew Vaughn got on and an early double really helped Luis drive him in, but Luis Robert steals his 15th base, which now puts him in the league for lead for most stolen bases in the MLB. And that 15th stolen
You could have
base.
given me 10 chances. I would not have guessed Luis Roberts.
Right? Yeah, I didn't even realize he was in contention for
I
that.
didn't know
but-
he's on base that many times.
Right? And so that 15th stolen base ended up leading to the game-winning run because Edgar Caro hits a single and Luis Roberts scores. Next thing you know, it's not 4-4 anymore. It's 5-4 White Sox, and they're putting the tarp on.
It makes me very excited to hear that Edgar Caro is doing very well.
Yeah. It's promising.
Meadroff has been doing fantastic. He's been getting the job done.
Yeah.
Even Dahlbeck, he's getting a slow start, but he's doing all right so far. If we can get Montgomery up, and then finally bring up Tim Elko, this Sox squad, this young core can start actually getting some valuable reps. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, sip the Kool-Aid, say, oh, we're going to start, fighting for that central spot. But no, just being palatable baseball at this point.
Yeah.
Just being able to watch it and not throw up in your mouth every single time someone has an AB. That's the difference. And it was even to the point yesterday where Ricky goes, your team is so bad, does it make baseball less fun? And I go, no, because we're spoiled. We can watch good baseball if we want to at any point in time because every single game is at our fingertips. So if we really want the best baseball, we can just pick whatever we think is the best matchup and watch it that day. But no, it just makes me frustrated. It makes me frustrated at myself that I know this team is still going to be bad, and I still get mad when I see the box score finals. That's when I get more upset. I get upset at myself for not realizing that it's like, hey, you can't let these guys influence how you feel.
For believing in them anyway.
Exactly. It's like I know that you want it to be good, but just don't be disappointed even though it's not. It's a tough push and pull.
Yeah.
But no, just because the White Sox are bad, that does not deter me from enjoying baseball at all. I do love me some baseball.
I don't know. I think what has deterred me from baseball most is the not that there's super teams like there have been in the NBA, but like we were talking about earlier, with all the MLB cares about is Shohei Ohtani and the Dodgers, or Aaron Judge and the Yankees.
Yes, that can get annoying.
It's the big market teams that are getting it, and it's like after a while, like I roll my eyes, and yeah, I guess maybe some of it is that my own team isn't doing well in the White Sox, but like at the same time, like I'm just not as dialed in as I feel like I used to be because there aren't as many. I feel like there's not as many stars as there used to be in like the 90s and 2000s. Not that I lived through the 90s, but like the early 2000s. I mean, it felt like you had at least 2 or 3 mainstay guys on each team. Like you had your big Poppies or your Derek Jeters those are still big market teams, right? But like at least it was spread out. Like who's on the Red Sox right now?
Bregman, Devers,
and Bregman's kind of like
Garrett Crochet
past his peak. Garrett Crochet, yeah, but like they're still not even getting the job done.
No,
and I don't know. There hasn't been. I think you and I had talked about this the one time. There hasn't really been a solid shortstop in the league since Derek Jeter, right? Like,
yeah, no, like I said, the young guys right now. They're at that point where they are talented. It's just they haven't done enough just yet to get the household name. You know, like a Corbin Carroll or a Bobby Witt Jr. something like that.
Yeah, Bobby Witt will probably be that next solid shortstop. You can argue Lindor right now. You can argue a few others, but like I don't know every single one that seemed like
Corbin Carroll
was going
plays
to be
in the outfield. That's my apologies.
Yeah. It seemed like every single one that was going to be the next, league's the face of the league shortstop wise, and it doesn't have to just be shortstop, but like that's the captain of your infield in some ways, other than the catcher or whoever's on the bump. But like, it just feels like they have 1 or 2 really good years and then fall off. I mean, look at Javi Baez.
Yeah.
So. And he's gotten better. Like Javi Baez is swinging the bat now.
Yeah, I think he's just having fun. He was told that he's going to be playing just about everywhere, and AJ Hinch plays him basically everywhere. He's playing center field the other day. I was like, what is going on? What are we doing? He did a grand slam the other day too. So like I said, he's feeling it. I'm sure he's still swinging at awful sliders like he usually does. You can't take that away from Javi, but it is what it is. Let's see what we get close at, guys.
I know somebody here in Illinois who works at a batting cage that says Javi Baez's hitting coach goes and runs clinics there.
Oh, nice.
So I don't know if Javi's ever gone in there, but still, I mean, that's a weird small world connection right there.
Exactly right. Still 5 to go in those other spots that we were talking about. Still 6 to go in the minis. We'll hold off for another minute or two. And then we'll go ahead and sign off and get ready for the 12 o'clock hour. So like I said, just the 2 jerseys that were broken into today. So we didn't meet either the vault or the next 5 boxes goal that we were trying to get to into the chase section of things. We can always shoot for a better time. Like I said, shoot for it again next time on the 12 o'clock hour. That's always, like I said, always giving us another opportunity. Don't get something done. Don't get a break filled out here. There's always time to fill it up in between for a pre-fill, and always time to fill it up at the 12 o'clock hour. So there we have it, folks. Like I mentioned, I can quickly hit some refreshers one more time. Still looking at 5 across those 2, and then 6 on the minis. So yeah, Rest of the week, I will not be here. Obviously, back again Sunday for the. I mean, I hosted all 3 times yesterday, which
Yeah.
is fine. But when I got home and I was tired, and I was not speaking. My girlfriend goes, "You're not talking today." I'm like, "What? Like, what do you mean?"
All day.
What are you talking about? I'm like, well, if you checked out UA on Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook, you would understand that I've been talking since 9 a.m. there, darling. So, always funny to hear that. You're quiet today. No, I have not. I have not been quiet there, sweetheart. But there we go. Like I said, setting up for a solid rest of the day. Those black and blue speed fluxes, attack those. Those NIL deals, still 6 available there, along with the 2 speed flexes we've been trying to sought after, and Josh Allen on the Wyoming lid, and then Jonathan Taylor on that Colts/Wisconsin Badgers speed flex lid. Still a slew of great names in there as well. I'm jealous. Like I said, I might not be able to see that Brian Thomas Jr. get pulled. That'll be someone I'll be looking forward to seeing throughout the rest of the season. So, a great again, guys. Tack the break page across the board. 8 black and blue headliners on 11 boxes. 10 headliner jerseys on 25 boxes. 5 diamonds with 1 headliner. 9 vault boxes with 3 headliners and the 2 vault keys. Halfway to go. 50% chance of the practice squad. 6 on 14 in the minis. 10 on 14 in the college. And then 7 on 27 in the 1 and 4. Any final thoughts, questions, concerns before we head on out of here, Mike?
No, great show this morning, guys. A little appetizer to start the day, but we got to get these spots going in the moment here and get these ready for the noon show as we move into the 3 o'clock and then, of course, into the evening. We want to see a lot of these names off this board and get these series moving so that we can open up new stuff for you, especially like with these diamonds. I know you want to chase that Josh Allen speed flex. I do too. And then once we close it out, if you're not chasing the Josh Allen, we'll get all these new headliners in there. You could win something along the way.
Exactly right. So go ahead in here, guys. Chase what you're chasing after. Go ahead and clear these names out. So, because I want to be my goal for the next week would be to come in here, see a brand new, fresh board with all different sort of names. So let's go ahead and do that. I believe in us, and I believe in you guys as well. So take care. We'll see you all next time here around, like I said, just short about an hour now here at the 12 o'clock hour. Take care, everybody.